Hello everyone. Today I'll do analysis on the game today. Real Madrid versus Sociedad. And just to kind of talk briefly about pre-game stuff. I mean, Real Sociedad were unbeaten coming into the game. I think I saw something at the beginning of the game where they were talking about they haven't lost their last 11 games or something since December. Um, and we were kind of in a similar position as far as just winning streak or the record as far as just results are concerned. But obviously, we all know that those wins were just not really good, just in terms of how we're winning, the way we're playing, the level of football. Very disappointing. So this wasn't supposed to be an easy game, and I outside of maybe if I want to talk briefly about the Real Sociedad player outside of Soler, who seems to be their most creative player, and Obazayal, he didn't really do much, honestly. I would say he prior to the game, I'm pretty sure people were talking about he's like he's good at a couple of things, but he's not really great at anything. So I didn't really see him. But yeah, outside of Soler, I don't think none of that play really stood out to me in a way that I really want to bring it up. Now that being said, very good victory, very important victory, and I don't know if anybody's going to try to downplay this victory, but this is very solid performance from Madrid. I mean, you got to think about it. You got to put everything in context and perspective where we're coming from. This is the level we should be. This the level we should be. Competing every week, if not better. I'm going to talk about the individuals, but I think overall we really put that intensity at the beginning. I wouldn't say we killed the game because obviously we scored first from a beautiful cross from Trent. And then just tiny little bit touch needed from Garcia to serve the ball into the net. I mean, really went to that bottom corner. The goalie is it's a hard thing to save, especially when he just touched it so ever so slightly. Beautiful goal. I will get back to Trent, man. I love Trent. But so and then we considered the Hoyson made a stupid foul to get to and then Oyarzabal converted the penalty. I mean, not good. But then we had the magic. We had the magic. Vinicius. I can't stress enough how important Vinicius is to Madrid. I know, people have their opinions about him. But really, if you take a step back and you think about a Real Madrid product that has reached the highest level, Vinicius is in that, in those names. So I can understand some people being frustrated by, the performance he had, prior to this, like, the past year or so, ever since the Ballon d'Or. But I also want people to understand that when you hear the president trying to extend his contract and all that stuff, it's not a blind contract. It's not a blind pursuit of a player. This is something they developed themselves. They've had a lot of great players over the years. They've had, obviously everybody knows Ronaldo, but Ronaldo was great before he came to Madrid. Obviously, Madrid elevated his career to, he got like what 4 Ballon d'Ors with Madrid or something. But he was already a good player. That's just to name one. But Vinicius was raised here. So just a little, just wanted to bring it up briefly, just to kind of talk about the whole Vinicius situation. I'll come back to him later, but he brought us back into the game, got the penalty, transformed it, converted it, perfect. Was a little worried, to be honest. I didn't know he was gonna make it, but he took it well. He's not the best great penalty taker, but I think Vinicius really is. He's just a confidence kind of guy, like emotional confidence thing. Like that's where he thrives. If you don't give him confidence, he cannot perform. Genuinely, he's for the better or for the worse. That's the kind of player he is. Really, it's he's reached his biggest heights with that. That's just the type of player he is. But anyway, but then, oh my god, Valverde. I know people clown on him being not a creative midfielder and or he doesn't bring anything in the midfielder, and I agree to some extent that you know in the sense that there are some things that people have been expecting from him which he hasn't done, but I just feel like those. I know we all throw this whole profile thing around Madrid. The profile of Valverde is not what some people want him to be. And that's okay. I think for what he is, for what he offers, the best version of Valverde at his preferred position is in his profile of midfielder, he's among the best. That's just me. But you just have to, I think that's a problem. And I know we talk about the thing people have talked about it in like exhausting amount of time, but it's just a matter of constructing a squad, building it, squad planning. You put Valverde around the profile that will complement, or he will complement with them, and it will work. Okay, but enough. It's just a little thing. But great shot, great positioning from Valverde. He's been stellar. That's actually another player that I almost didn't put in my list for the game, but he's very good defensively, obviously. But then, so we went into after the first half 3-1. They tried to create some chances, but I don't think they were really threatening after we scored the 3-1. I think overall Courtois had to make like 2 big save, I would say. I mean, crucial save, but nonetheless, after the first half we come back, and then Vini scored, got another penalty, and he transformed it. I mean, this time was a bit closer, but he did it. It doesn't matter. I'm happy for him. Now, I didn't even mention the lineup. I think we had a 4-3-1-2 or something like that, or 4-1-2-1-2. Sometimes he out on the right. So yeah, it was 4 midfielders. With Trent, Huijsen, Rudiger, Carreras, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, Arda, Gonzalo, and Vinicius. Yeah. And then after that, we kind of he made Abela did the substitution very early. I want to say, so around 60 something minute, I would say he made the subs. I think it was Brahim and Alaba. No. Carvajal and Alaba that came in for Rudiger and Trent. So, and then I think this in the 70th or something minute, I think there was Ceballos and Brahim that came in for not Tchouaméni. It was Camavinga and Camavinga and Valverde. Yes, they came off. And then I think the last sub was for Tchouaméni and Sestero, which I heard a lot of praise from this guy. I haven't seen much, but hey, we'll get to it. But then they kind of just went cool control. We had a couple of chances. I think Vini at the end was gassed, to be honest. He was tired. We had chances with Arda. I mean, they had chances too, but only like 2 clear chances, which I feel like one of them was just a mistake. from Carvajal, the clearing. The other one, the save from the corner, was great save by Courtois, obviously, but he put it centrally, so he kind of put it on Courtois. Great save though. And then there was a 1v1 Courtois who saved it beautifully after a blunder from Carvajal, which I'm happy to see him. I think I heard some stories about him being unhappy about not getting any minutes or whatnot. So I'm glad he was able to get in shape, or not in shape, but get some minutes. Especially we have the game coming up with Benfica next month, next week. Like I think on Saturday, no, on Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. So around we didn't want, but it is what it is. But yeah, no, we had a couple of chances to kill the game. We didn't. They had one or two chances, but I don't think. Well, I mean, maybe you never know how the physiognomy of the game would have changed after them scoring. But I feel like we had the better control of the game than they had. Obviously, I think we kind of went back. We were a bit more trying to control the game more in the second half, so then more than attacking. The intensity definitely went down. Obviously, you can't expect players to be running all that much, especially when it's not Sociedad. We have a game coming up in like 2-3 days, so it's like they got to control, you got to manage the stamina and all that stuff. So it made sense why they went that way. I mean, obviously we didn't get punished, which is good. But yeah, overall, I would say a solid performance, very solid against a good team. I know. Maybe some people are not going to think it was not to say it's a good, but this was a squad that was in a very good dynamic, and we were able to put that to an end. Obviously, let's try to keep the momentum. This team has already disappointed us a couple of times after we thought they were bad, but then they're just doing bullshit. But let's see the next game and see how it goes. I mean, I think this is one of the tougher games for Real Sociedad. I have to check what the next game is. Wait, let me check the next game. Actually, I just want to know if yeah, so the next game is Osasuna away. Osasuna. Yeah, that's also a relatively good team. They're not that bad in the table. And that's away. We'll see. That's when we will see the actual level, because I mean, we're playing at home. I just want them to be consistent. If we can put this kind of performance, if not better, throughout, especially with our individualities, like the way Dini played today was good. Phenomenal, to be honest. Could have had a hat trick. I think it was the 9. I mean, he actually could have had a hat trick. That cross from Goulet. I think I didn't even review it, but I mean, I would have loved it. I think it would have helped a lot with his confidence, like I mentioned earlier. But it's fine. It could have been 5-1. I'll take that. But let's get to the individual performances. I'm going to try to be relatively quick. I think I spent a long time just talking about the game. Courtois. I mean, does Courtois save the game? Maybe, but I would argue this is one of the game where Courtois wasn't as important or as crucial to our win as some of the other games. He made some good save, obviously. I think this 1v1 save he made after the blunder from Carvajal is definitely more important of a save than the one he saved from that cross with the header. I think it went straight to the goalkeeper. So I think any decent goalkeeper would save that. But you only really saw Courtois' level with the 1v1 after Carvajal kind of headed the ball backward, trying to. It wasn't. I think he didn't put enough power for it to get to Courtois. But we'll get to him. Rudiger. Oh my God, bro. I don't think some people understand that compared to a lot of teams in the top leagues, some of the top clubs in the world in European football, Madrid, for the most part, was struggling, sure. But not only are we struggling, but we're dealing with so many injuries to our backline, dude. Like, it's ridiculous. Wasn't it the other day or something? I think it was like 2 games or something ago that we had, like, we had Camavinga, like our backline was Camavinga, Hoyson, Chouameni, and then Valverde. You had 3 midfielders in the backline, bro. Like, But anyways, on back on the top, I am super happy Rudiger is back. He looks fit. He didn't get any injury, and I'm happy. I know he's getting old, 32 and whatnot, but he was solid. Experience. You could tell this guy. He didn't make any stupid mistake. You could tell that he's way better than before. I mean, obviously we'll see with the opposition, and I think that's the reason why he was taken off earlier, like in the 60-something minute, because we need to rest him for the Benfica game. Asensio, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember he had some problems, and I think he had some lingering problems. I don't know if it was with like his knee or something, but he needs to rest. We need to rest him. After Militao, Asensio has been our best defender this season. And I think, and I hope that Rudiger can get some of his level back. If he can get his whole level back, which, I mean, he's getting old, so we might not ever see Rudiger prime again. But Rudiger at 80-something% is still probably a really good defender, dude. People understand we have no backline. So having someone like Rudiger is so crucial, especially next to someone like Højsund, who you can clearly see the talent, especially with the ball progression and his passing ability. On the ball, he's good. Off the ball is, where we need a lot of improvement. And he has to have somebody like Rudiger next to him to cover up and maybe even guide him. I don't know. Depending on the level that Rudiger comes back at, and depending on how the transfer window in what summer goes, I'm not opposed to keeping Rudiger if we see something good from him. Alaba needs to go though. We'll get to him, but he needs to go. He's on his last year, whatever. Let him leave. But yeah, depending on how Rudiger performs throughout the next couple of months and all that, I wouldn't be opposed to extending him like one more year. And yeah, that was really good. Højsund, unlike other games, I think he was really good actually. Outside of the penalty, if you take away the penalty he gave, bad mistake, honestly. You can see what he was trying to do, but the timing and all that's the thing. Timing was just not good. Yeah. But he was solid. He was solid. But yeah, that was and then Carreras really good. Carreras, I love it. He's it's been a while since we've had and again, and I probably Carreras has been the best signing so far. Just in terms of being consistent performances and good performances. He's had a few misses here and there, obviously. Notably Benfica, Atletico Madrid and all that, but not everybody can have a good game every day. That's just not happening. Even Messi and Ronaldo had bad games. So I'll cut him some slack. Hopefully he can perform on Benfica, come back. I just feel like the emotional thing maybe got to him. I mean, Benfica were also playing with their life on the line, to be honest. So anyway, I hope I hope he doesn't just crumble when on big games. So I'm waiting to see him perform on the big games. That's what I would say. Very technical on the ball too. Very, very technical on the ball. For a left back, I think he might be in top 5 left back in the world, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there's much competition. Obviously, there's Mendes in front of him that I can say without. But even recently, I don't know. We will see at the end of the season, but I think he's definitely in the top 5. Very good. I don't really have much to say. I don't think he really did anything great in this game, but he was very solid. Trent. Oh my god. Oh my god. Trent. It's literally, I know Vinny is the man of the match. We'll get to him and all that. He was great, but if we're just talking about the pure, if you look at the players and you try to think about who is that key player that really changed the game, I personally think it's Trent. Trent passing ability, his ability on the ball is ridiculous, man. And it's it's so good to have a player, especially on the wing, that can just whip out ball with power, accuracy. Most most importantly, the accuracy of his pass. It's ridiculous, man. Like the long passing, the curve, the way he can just switch play. Like it's like it's like we have a Tony Cruz on the right flank. It's genuinely a game changer. It's just a game changer. I love when Trent plays like this. Now, I hope he can stay fit. That's my only concern. I feel like, and I know people don't realize this, but before we got him, if you looked at his game with Liverpool, this man's been playing for Liverpool for a long time, and he was playing week in, week out, consistently. Like maybe he's getting injured and all, but like that's because they were overworking this dude. Like he was playing constantly, and if you look at, even if you look at Liverpool, I know they're struggling this year, but if you look at that, the offensive threat, he definitely took a dip after he left. No, he took a dip. You can. He is a world class right back. I know he has his um he has his flaw. You know, he's not the best at defending, but it's an attacking wing back. You know, he attacking fullback. He's exceptional. He's I'm pretty sure he's the best passer. He's the best right back passer. I mean, but the other one is like Reece James, maybe. Although I don't watch a lot of Chelsea, so I don't know how he compares to him. But we have Trent, so I'm just use Trent compared to what we have. I mean, Valverde can be also good at passing, same with Carvajal. But the vision that Trent has, paired with his passing, is just great. It's fantastic. I think he was the one who unlocked this game. Just purely, I think it was him. I think it was him who unlocked this game. We'll get to Vinny, but I think it was him that unlocked this game. Beautiful. I want to see more of him. I want to see more of him. I want to see more. I want him to stay fit, and I want to see more. Tchouaméni, I mean, I've been going on for a long time. Tchouaméni, he was good, great. Some challenges, great timing, great tackles, solid. I'm not. There isn't much to say about Chomini, to be honest. He tried to make some vertical passing and all that, and I think that's something that could really help, because I know there's a lot of criticism in Chomini's who, as far as just how much he can help with the play and not just defend. So I think if he can improve that, I think people would a bit more would respect what he does in the shadow a lot more. Mavinga. I don't think Kamavinga was good today. He had some good link-up play, but that first half, too many reckless challenges, reckless play. I'm surprised. He may have gotten sent off. I'm not lying. He's getting a little bit. The timing of his challenges is just not good. He needs to work on that. Otherwise, you know, he combines well on the left with Vini and stuff. I mean, I think they're best buddies or something. Vini, Camavinga, Carreras, they work together well. So I would say that's good. His passing he didn't make any clumsy passing mistake. It's just the challenges. I think he needs to work on that. And then Valverde, just this guy's just a workhorse. He's just a workhorse. The stamina, the man can still run that much and cover so much ground. Obviously, his goal was beautiful, but I love how much Valverde can give for this team. I mean, I can understand some people argument with the whole midfield stuff, and I also understand the whole captain stuff. I don't think Valverde is a great captain. Like, he doesn't inspire leadership. Like, he doesn't. You look at him, I don't really. Like, I can feel the Madrid DNA sometime with him, to be honest. But I don't think he's a leader. He's like a captain material, But obviously, the policy of Madrid is the policy of Madrid, and we're just going to do that. Maybe he can develop it, but I mean, I don't know. Can he develop it? He's like 27, no? And at that point, you should, typically you already see the qualities that somebody is supposed to be a little bit. Maybe he's gonna pick it up. Maybe next year, maybe this season or something. I don't know, but yeah. Otherwise, great job by Freddie. Great defensive. He's covering, just tracking ball, recovering balls. Um, it's just the off the. He's known for his off the ball like stuff. So I appreciate what Valverde did today. That was good. Good goal too. I need him to score. It's been a while since I've seen him score a goal like that. Typically, you're used to the long range shot from Valverde. I need those back too, but this is also good. Muy bueno. Okay, this is also good. We need this. This was good. Ada, Ada was not good, and I love Ada. Ada was not good. His corners, nothing. I mean, I think he tried some passing. It just the decision making he had, especially when he had the option to shoot, not not good shots. I mean, I don't blame him for shooting, but you can't shoot 2, 3 times and you just don't even connect at all. I mean, just maybe look for a pass, maybe. But I love he played the whole game. It helps me. Although I will say, I mean, he was good at. I think he's off the ball was good. I think he's getting a lot better at holding the ball than he used to. You can see he worked a lot on like just covering the ball and trying to redistribute the passes and all. So it's just some of the decision making he had just kind of when he went down in my ratings. Just wasn't good today. Gonzalo Garcia. Now I was pleasantly surprised to see the lineup with him and Vinny because he's like, he's a number 9. And he's like a traditional number. I know people like to clown on Mbappe, but they are different type of number 9. I watched a Bayern game this today too, and yeah, I think it was earlier today. You can see, like, I mean, obviously he ends up going back in the box, but Kane drops down a lot. Like he comes back, and then he distributes the ball. The difference though is that Kane has a wonderful passing ability, which Mbappe doesn't. Which if he had that in his arsenal, then that would be fine. And if we had good players on the wing, that would also be fine. But when you don't have wingers and you have somebody coming down, it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But anyway, outside of his goal, which was a beautiful goal, that was a good goal. Good positioning, just a little touch, perfect. You get it done. And I thought that was what he was going to use the momentum to kind of get more into this game and all that. He didn't. Something that he needs to progress on is his touches. His ball control is not good. His ball control and his ball retention, not good. He can't hold the ball. He's the kind of guy like you give him a tap in, kind of like he needs to touch the ball. All he needs to do 1 or 2 touches. He can't keep the ball for long. He's obviously not a pacey guy, so you can't. Like, I'm not sure in the backing defender, like how fast he can be. But yeah, outside of his goal, not good. He had a couple of chances to actually kill the game. He had this one, oh my god. I just remember he had a tapping. My guy had a tapping and he took it with the. Is he right footed? Is it? No, he has to be right footed. Wait a minute. Because I swear that chance, he shot it with his left. Gonzalo Garcia, is he right-footed? Wait. Anyways, he took it with the left. I don't think that was his strong foot. I think that was his weak foot. But regardless, poor finishing. Outside of his first goal, poor finishing. Decision making in the final third was not good. The touches, the control, not good. But I'm happy that he scored, gives him some boost, some confidence. We need that. We don't have Hendrick anymore. And the profile that Gonzalo offers is unique in this squad. Nobody has his characteristic as a player. So it's good to have different profile. We already have a lot of the same, so we need to diversify, okay? And it's a good thing to have someone like Gonzalo Garcia. I want him to have more playing time, especially give more rest to Mbappe. I know Mbappe didn't play today, and I know maybe he was feeling some discomfort. I don't know if it was just that or they're trying to preserve him from the Benfica game, which, by the way, if you don't show up in that game, Mbappe, you're going to get a lot of shit. You're going to get mad shit because you didn't play no minutes today. So you must be fully rested. And well, that's if he's not injured. If he's injured, then we can't play him. It is what it is. You don't want to play an injured player. It makes no sense. And I feel like a lot of the games sometimes for a lot of our players, especially even last year or some this time this year, they play with like injuries. Like, dude, why are we playing Mbappe with like, an ankle like discomfort or Asensio with the fucking knee problem? Like, we need to stop that shit. We need to stop that, by the way. But other than that, fantastic. And fantastic as far as like I want Mbappe to be fully fit for the Benfica game. Anyway, that's another stuff. But yeah, Gonzalo, he played the full 90 minutes. I think he got experience that he needed, and hopefully this is good enough time. He can kind of figure out, it develops some system around the players to know exactly what to do with what exploit player, and for players to understand exactly what they're good at and what they need to improve on. There's some players that have already kind of, I wouldn't say maxed out their abilities, but you already know what they're good and what they're not good at. And they've reached such a level with what they're good at that you don't necessarily expect them to improve on what they're not good at. Like you want them to improve what they're not good at, but you don't expect them to improve to such drastic level, right? But Gonzalo is not there yet. He needs to be great at something for us to not require him to compensate in some other thing. And then Vinny, fantastic. Vinny almost had a hat trick, man. He could have been a hat trick hero. But he was devastating, bro. He was king that right back. He was cooking that right back. Got 2 penalties, always threatening, always dangerous. But you look at the formation and you think he was gonna be more centrally left, but he was always like literally left wing. And it was pretty much a left wing. He wasn't a left striker or something. No. He was a left wing. Always coming from the left. Always like that. But anyway, I love that game for Vinny because you can see that, and I think it's been a couple of games already where after the Bernabeu boo him, it was probably really harsh. And he obviously was targeted, and I think he's responded in the best possible manner. I think Bernabeu probably loves him now, and Bernabeu has always loved Vinny, especially for what he's done already at the club, 2 champions, decisive and all that stuff. But they felt like he was bringing a lot of noise. He wasn't, focusing on the game and his form and all that. And I think he's already had some self-reflection, and I think we're gonna get I don't want to say confidently, but I'm hoping we get the best Vinny back again, if not even better. Vinny can still progress. We're talking about like a 25-year-old dude. Like this is a guy that can still progress. 25, probably 2026 this year or something. But Vinny can still progress so much. He is so good at those 1v1. So much explosivity, like explosiveness in his feet. So quick. And we need to feed him more. I can understand what Abdullah was talking about. So I'm like, give him the ball, bro. I need you to pass him the ball. You gotta feed him. He's gonna miss 1, 2, 3, but he's gonna go through, man. I need Vinny to succeed. For Madrid to succeed, we obviously need everybody to succeed. But we also need all of our top individual players, including Vinny, to perform. And this is what I want. I want Vinny to be like this every single week in, week out, if not better. Go on his man, defeat him 1v1. Quick foul, quick penalty, score them. Oh my God, he tried a couple of trivial passes, and like he tried a couple of passing, and I applaud that. Like I love that initiative that he has, and if some of them had gone through, it would have been perfect play. So I love that. I want him to do more of those. Um, but yeah, going on the subs, man, I'm going on for a long time. But hey, good game. I haven't talked about Madrid in a minute, and I'm happy that we got this game. And I need to put that in this analysis. Like this is it's so much shit has happened over the past months. This is refreshing. Okay, this is refreshing. And yeah, for the subs, not much. I mean, Alaba, I'm happy that Alaba is fit. He's still gonna leave. I don't care. He's still gonna leave. But you can see. I don't think he was really tested defensively, but on the ball, you can see how good he can be. Even he made like this one pass just across like a lob in the box. Like, he was beautiful. Like, he's a ball playing defender, right? He's not like a stopper or whatnot. Like he's a ball playing defender. He's not a destroyer or something like Rudiger or whatnot. He has a different profile, and I think if he can stay fit, he can help us in some key moments. He's no longer maybe like a starter level, but giving him time and subbing him every now and then when we have the game under control and we're not like under attack and we need actually like more calm, more passing, great passing. So I'm happy for him. He has some good vision, and I just hope he can stay fit. And I think and I hope that's what that game is with not, especially with someone like Carvajal, that would they've been giving a lot of players that have come back from injuries a lot more rest than usual, which is good. Which is good. We cannot be rushing players back into games no more. That's how we're going to be sustaining more injuries. So it's a good thing we're taking our time to get players back into fitness, back into games, giving the minutes here and there, and then for the players that are still, starter level. Carvajal was good. He made a really good block. So you can see that defensively, he's already a different profile than Trent. He's getting older. I don't know about Carvajal. So he's 34. No, I don't think. If he was 32, maybe, but I don't think you extend him. I hope the young Jimenez can like show up and do something good and like, show that he's a good sub for Trent. But no. Even if he does well this season, for the rest of the season, which I hope he does, we should not extend Carvajal. He's way too. He's getting way too old. Unlike Modric. By the way, Modric. Nobody questions Modric. Modric is like here in terms of just the longevity of the player, how good a player, how good a player can be while aging. Like the man was like 39, 38, and he's still better than a lot of midfielders. And this, like, he's so good. But anyway, that's a different conversation. I think the requirements that I needed for where Modric was are different from the requirement where Carvajal is. It's you just, I don't think you can, a club like Madrid can afford to have a 35-year-old Carvajal playing as a sub for Trent. I don't think that's a good plan, squad building wise. So no, I would not recommend it. I want him to stay fit though. If he can stay fit, that will give him first time to rest Trent, and maybe Trent in some games maybe might be better to put Carvajal than Trent or vice versa. But yeah, Ceballos, no comment. He didn't really do much. I mean, he came in, but I didn't really see what he brought. There was no really impact. So I'm just gonna skip. He didn't do much. Brahim is a good sub. It's not starter level. He actually had some chances to do something, but his decision in the final third was just poor. He holds the ball too much. I don't think his passing is really good. I think he tried to make a pass and all that in some situation didn't go through. So I mean, he wasn't terrible. But he wasn't great. Good sub. Okay. Sestero, no comment. Other than a good block, a great block at the 90 something minute. So He's a young Castilla player, and I think he's actually the only Castilla player that we that seems to be getting consistent minute here and there. Um, Abelua seems to have a lot of faith into this guy. I need to see it. I don't know if he's going to get many minutes with Chouameni, especially when Chouameni is playing at a level like this. I'm not sure if he's going to get a lot of minutes. Yeah, so, I mean, my flop for this game would definitely Kamavinga and Ada. And top Trent and Vinicius. Top Trent and Vinicius. Yeah. Trent, I just, look, if you don't think Trent had big impact on the physiognomy or the dynamic of this game, or how we even were able to just, it's, dude, come on. It's like clear. Like, you can see why we signed this guy. If he stays fit, dude, if he stays fit, and we have Valverde obviously covering for his defensive stuff and all that, obviously he's going to need help, especially, and that's perfect, by the way. We have if we have Rudiger on his side and then Valverde, muy bueno. Please. I need him to play more, please. Like, he unlocks some of that creativity we've been lacking in that midfield, and he brings it a little bit more, even though he's right back. But it is what it is. We don't have someone who can do that. Everybody would be hoping for Bellingham or Ada to do that, but it's like they're trying, but then, like, I mean, Ada more than Bellingham. Bellingham holds the ball too much, but Ada, he has a depth. That's what I would say. Also, is he only good when Mbappe is there or something? Like, can he only assist Mbappe? Like, what the hell's going on? Like, I don't know, man, but we'll see. Great game though. Beautiful game. Beautiful victory. Very happy with the W. Let me know what you guys think. I am super happy with this win. This was a very important win, and I'm sure you guys will agree. I don't think I was bored watching this game. Very good against a good team, solid opposition. Let's hope we can keep this momentum. Thank you guys, and well, I may not make a video on Benfica during the week because I'm working, but let's hope next week I have great news for Osasuna and then Benfica game. Have a great weekend.